Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is pushing to pass a bill to avert a government shutdown. The House passed Speaker Mike Johnson's two-step spending plan on Tuesday, but the Speaker relied on Democratic lawmakers to get it over the finish line. 93 Republicans voted against it, and today the House failed to advance a separate spending bill after a group of conservatives revolted. CBS News congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane joins us now. Scott, what a back and forth. What next?
For those looking for it and listening for it, there are warning sirens flashing and blaring about January 19th. A government shutdown isn't just a possibility, but the prospects are increasingly likely based on what's going on over the past 24 hours here. A protracted government shutdown as Republicans revolt against their own legislation as they come unbound on key votes involving spending, involving funding the government. And as it's become clear, Bob, especially today, that the new House Speaker Mike Johnson may have used up his honeymoon period just getting the bill passed to keep the government open through January and February. There's going to be a reckoning come January with members of the Freedom Caucus who want significant cuts, significant budget cuts and policy changes in the next deal, something that will not win support from the Democrats in the Senate. An impasse is coming. Take a listen to one of those Freedom Caucus members who has been most strident as the evening began. Chip Roy of Texas.
Let's be very clear about what's going on. We set out this year to change the way this place works. We wanted to change the rules. We wanted to restore regular order. We wanted to get to the place where the people's voice can be heard regardless of whether you're in leadership or not.
There's been an acknowledgement, even from his critics of this bill, that the Speaker, Mike Johnson, had little choice with so little time. But one of these Freedom Caucus members told me, and another conservative from Georgia told me, they're not sure why he pressed forward with this bill with no Republican gains, and they had the leverage of that Friday government shutdown deadline. This is going to be a thing in January.
Scott, you've made that very clear. We're all going to be watching what happens in the coming weeks and months. But before then, Senate Democrats will have to consider what was recently passed by the Republican House of Representatives, along with Democratic support to get that done. Let's listen to what Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer had to say.
No drama, no delay, no government shutdown. That's our goal, and we hope we have an agreement very soon. To avoid a shutdown with no cuts in vital programs and no poison pills is a very good solution for the American people.
Scott, what do you expect the vote in the Senate to be on what was just passed out of the House? And what has the Senate gained, if anything, in terms of leverage for those further negotiations down the road?
Yeah, the percentages are going to look pretty similar, Bob. You're going to see a near overwhelming, if not unanimous, amount of support from Democrats, just like you saw in the House. You'll see that fracture inside the Republican conference, a split, just like you saw in the House, where there are some Republicans, but not all Republicans. What leverage has been gained? Well, we asked that question to a number of senators today, and it was Hawaii Senator Mazi Hirono who told us she thinks this is a momentum moving toward the Democrats for the next standoff because something so clean came out of Republicans in the U.S. House. No budget cuts, not just a few, no budget cuts. No policy riders, not just a few, but none. There is a momentum Democrats think they're gaining, and Republicans are, to put it mildly, Bob, restive and unsettled by that. That's what's going to be the foundation of this face-off in a few weeks.
Scott, what do you expect in terms of a possible government shutdown should it happen in January? Are there any preparations being made?
Well, the federal government made preparations, the ancillary preparations for one this week, just like they did the last week of September. They've gone through a playbook that has become well-worn over the last few years. But you got to remember how this is broken into two, Bob. 1/3 of the government is funded through January 19th. The other 2/3, which includes the Pentagon and vital homeland security, is funded through February, which, according to people with whom we're speaking today on the Hill, means they may be more inclined to breach that first one, which would impact transportation, veterans and military construction programs, agriculture programs, and that defense one's a little more sacrosanct later.
Scott MacFarlane, on top of everything on Capitol Hill. We really appreciate it, Scott. Thank you.